Hi everybody, my name is Jim with Pullman Adventure Club, and today I thought it would be fun to check out this EMP bag by Lion Energy. So basically they sent this to me for free just to check out and kind of review, so I thought it'd be fun just to kind of show you guys what it is, tell you what an EMP is, and show you some stuff I'm going to throw in mine just to be on the safe side, I suppose. So an EMP is an electromagnetic pulse, which is basically generated by just a couple of things. It could be caused by a huge solar flare. That we had one of those about 150 years ago that completely fried the entire telegraph system across the United States, and we had to replace all those lines. The same thing would happen if it happens today, and it would fry our power grid, and it would be down for a very long time, which would be very bad. Or it can be caused by a high altitude nuclear detonation, God forbid, or an EMP device, something like that. But basically what it does is it creates a huge surge of energy in the air and the atmosphere. So think a lightning strike, but over a much larger area that you wouldn't even be able to see, hitting all of your electronics, cell phones, laptops, you name it. Even LED flashlights are in debate, and phones, just anything you can imagine that's electronic, TVs, etc. Everything would be fried because it'd be like you got hit by a lightning strike, even if it's inside your house. You can't see it, it's just in the air. It's a huge surge of energy. So that's an EMP. So what this bag does is basically create a path around all of your sensitive electronics, so it goes around them and not through them and back to the ground. And so this is a copper mesh inside of a woven fabric, and the copper mesh redirects all that energy, keeps them away from your electronics, and it goes around and down and leaves your stuff inside the bag functional. So things that you might want to put inside that would be walkie-talkies. If you want to load up a phone or a tablet with a bunch of pictures, it's better to have them developed, obviously. Some people have tablets with lots of information and survival guides and stuff. Again, when it comes to that, you're going to be better off with just the good old book effect, because those will be unaffected by anything electrical. But you can put stuff like Lion Energy solar generators, battery packs, battery chargers, walkie-talkies, like I said, cell phones in case the grid comes back up or anything like that. But just use your imagination. I've got a flashlight and a radio and stuff like that that you would want to work after an emergency of that magnitude, just so you can kind of get around the house. You have a way to charge flashlights and different devices and radios and stuff like that. So kind of cool. You can even put like little water steri pens, and sterilizers in there, anything that you want to protect, really. So why don't we jump into checking out the bag? This thing is huge and pretty cool. And if you're interested after we go over everything, there's a link in the description below. If you click it, it will save you 15% off their entire website in case you're interested. So why don't we jump right into it? Okay, so here's all the stuff I'm gonna see if I can fit into that bag. I'll go over it with you really quick. We have a powerful rechargeable LED flashlight there. We have a wind-up little AM/FM emergency radio, and then we have the Lion Energy Club Go, so we can power stuff. It's got a DC outlet there, some USBs, a flashlight, and even a 150 watt inverter. It can be solar charged. We have another little battery pack there from Lion Energy, and it actually has, lights and stuff with it, and just to charge your little portable devices. 2 walkie-talkies that are also like miniature ham radios. They're actually pretty cool. They're chargers. We have our battery chargers there, so we can charge AAAs, AA's, 16850 batteries. We have a little tablet there in case you want to store some music or movies for your downtime while you're waiting for the world to end. We have the Lion Energy little solar charge controller there, just in case we need to try and power up a battery using some solar panels or anything like that. And over here we have the Geiger counter, and then we have a full-size Lion Energy UT700 battery, and these will jumpstart a car or run a car. I've used it to jumpstart many vehicles here at the house, so we'll see if we can fit that in. And then we have the Lion Energy Summit right there that has a built-in inverter, and it's solar chargeable, has all kinds of accessories on it, cigarette lighter adapters. You can run lamps or TVs or anything that you need to, if anything still works. You can run off that guy, and it has its own internal battery as well. So it has a 530 watt inverter and also a big battery bank inside as well. So let's see if we can fit all this stuff into our EMP bag. Okay, so getting started, you do have your directions right there that come in the box, your nice bag there, and then you have these 2 plastic containers just to kind of let you place miscellaneous items in there and keep them all kind of protected inside the bag from getting like crushed and moved around. So we're just going to start loading things up. We do have, you know, all the different electronics that I showed you just a second ago. And we're just going to kind of place those in wherever they're going to fit and go. And when we were all done pretty much putting everything in, there was actually a decent amount of additional room inside that box. I could have put a few more things in there, but we're good for demonstration purposes. And now we're going to move on to the bag. The bag itself is very sturdy, very heavy duty in its feel, and it's huge. Of course, it has that copper mesh that runs all the way through it for the EMP protection. And it's just a really, really big, heavy duty bag. It feels incredibly sturdy, which of course I would imagine it would with all the stuff that's woven into it. So once we get our box in there, we're going to put the lid on. And then we're going to figure out how to close this guy up. And I will say that this is definitely big enough to fit the Safari EMI. For those of us that have that 2,000 watt capable Safari EMI solar generator from Lion Energy that puts out 2,000 watts, that would definitely fit in here very, very easily. I think they had that in mind when they made it. So if that's the only thing you want to put in there, you definitely have enough room to do so. Now, basically, you just take these 2 little hardened lips that are on each side of the bag, and once you get them together, you just kind of roll those up once or twice, and then you have these little straps on either end. You fit those through, cinch them down, and that's going to secure the bag and make sure that it stays rolled up and enclosed so that it has complete protection and no openings for which, you know, like any electricity or EMP, you know, can get through it. And then you just do the handle on the bag, and you're off to the races, good to go. Pretty cool. So that about wraps it up. I mean, as far as nuclear detonation is concerned, causing EMPs, let's hope that never happens, because you probably have bigger problems than your cell phone working or walkie-talkies or anything else. It's probably going to be followed by additional concerns. But as far as the solar flares go, those kind of concern me because they happen pretty frequently to the Earth. Every 100 to 200 years, we get nailed with one. It's just never mattered until the last 120 years because nobody used electricity. So it didn't hurt anything. It just made northern lights in places that they usually weren't there before, and everybody went about their business and said, ooh, ah. But now that we are incredibly dependent on electricity for just about everything that we do in our daily lives, I'll leave it up to you. But they happen, and we're overdue for one. So I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff in mine just in case. And they didn't have any kind of video review on their website and basic information about it. So I hope this helps you decide if this is something that's right for you. There are other ways to go that are probably on the cheaper side, and you can just look up EMP preparedness, and that'll take you over to some stuff. But if this is in your wheelhouse, I will put a link in the description down below that'll save you 15% on literally anything you buy at Lion Energy. So I hope that helps you out and gives you some more information on this thing. If it did help you out, please like, share, subscribe. That really helps me out. And until the next video, you guys, my name is Jim with Full Moon Adventure Club. Thank you so much for watching, and happy camping.